What's going on, y'all? In today's video, I want to talk to y'all about my experience in Medellin, Colombia. So, let's get into it. So, for starters, there was about 4 or 5 other people who went with me on this trip, and we went there because we were going to get lit. We were going to have a lot of fun. So, we flew from Atlanta airport and we stopped in Bogota. And that was about, a few hours, maybe like 3 hours. We stopped in Bogota, took a few pictures, grabbed some food, and the flight from Bogota to Medellin was about 45 minutes. Wasn't too bad. Once we landed, we had an Uber ready for us, and the drive was I'd say about 35 minutes to the hotel. But the drive itself it was so beautiful. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Like, soon as we got out the tunnel, because from the airport you take a little tunnel. As soon as we got out that tunnel, all you seen was like hills and mountains in the background, and I mean it was just like something that personally I really haven't seen in my life. So I really enjoyed that drive. And then when we got to the hotel, we got ready, neatened up a little bit, settled down. Then we went out. We had a meal at this restaurant. We walked around a little bit, but the food was so good. The prices were kind of like US prices. It was probably more a little upscale, but the food nonetheless was great. After we had food at that restaurant, we decided to walk around a little bit, let our food digest. Then we bought a bottle of liquor, started drinking, and this was all the first night. So we were walking around, checked out some clubs, just wanted to see, what place were we trying to settle into. That way we could start our night. So we found a couple places. Then there was this one place that really grabbed our attention. We stopped in this place. We had our own little booth, and we ordered hookah. We had a bottle, and we were just dancing, having a good old time. So we leave this place, and pretty much everybody is intoxicated at this point. I don't even know what time it was at night. So soon as we leave the place, things happen, words get exchanged, and after that, pretty much, long story short, I dropped my wallet. I don't know where it is. I'm pretty sure somebody already picked it up. When you're intoxicated, your mind's not fully there. So that was on the first night. That definitely ruined the trip for me, at least mentally. As far as finances go, I had a couple of people with me that were able to cover the basics, food and drinks and stuff. Hotel was already paid for, but that definitely put a damper on it, especially being the first night. Now, on day number 2, when we woke up, we went to this, it was like a nice, kind of like a shopping center, but it was like a little plaza outside, and it was on the top of this like hill. And when you got there, there was like little gift shops and souvenir shops, and it was at the top of the hill. So once you got there, you got to see a whole view of everything. So we did that. It was probably like 11, 12 in the morning. After we did that, we went to grab some brunch, took a few pictures and stuff, of course. By the way, I'm using my phone just for reference. I have some notes and some pictures. We took some pictures, and there's everywhere you go in Medellin, there's beautiful places to take pictures. So we did that. We went back to the hotel to clean up, make sure we showered and everything, changed our outfits, and then we went to this rooftop. The rooftop place was great. I mean, it was a little pricey, but well, actually, no, it wasn't even that pricey because for about like 5 people, we only paid like $150, and that was drinks and appetizers and everything. The rooftop bar had a pool. I mean, the service was good, so I can't even complain about the rooftop bar. Now, after the rooftop bar, that night we went to a restaurant. It was a Colombian restaurant, but they didn't accept cash. They only accepted card, which made it difficult for everyone. We were scrambling, especially me, because I didn't have any wallet. But this restaurant, it was at the top of the mountain, like the very top. And Medellin's already in the mountains. So the weather during the day barely, reaches the 80s. At nighttime, it's in the 60s. The place we went to was a restaurant way, way at the top of the mountains. It was probably like low 60s, upper 50s, so it was chilly. Now, that was the second night, and then we were there barely like 3 days. So, on the third day, that was a day where we kind of took a breath, relaxed, and then we wanted to take a tour of just the overall city and places where normal Colombian people were just chilling, not the tourist areas. So on that day, we went to the place, I forget what it's called, but if you were to look it up in Medellin on Google, it's a place where everybody takes pictures, where the graffiti is, and it's like where the stairs are. So it was like one of the main tourist attractions in Medellin, big party scene, and we went there. We walked up the stairs, which was very, very tiring. First thing we did was go inside this restaurant. The first three places we walked in were like completely full, so we had to walk all the way to the top. We found one place that had a couple tables available, so we went in. And the reason they had a couple tables open was because the food was disgusting. So, yeah, that place was nasty. The chicken tasted like it was there for a week sitting outside. The rice was not good. The drinks weren't even good. So, yeah, that really, I could say that much. And then we had to walk down. I remember walking down. I ordered a drink from this little bar in the corner. And they said, "Oh, this is a Colombian drink, man. Just get it. It's like a nice little fruity mix with some Colombian vodka or something." So I was like, "Yeah, man, let me try it." And this stuff tasted like strong, like NyQuil cough and cold medicine. It was bad, man. It was bad. I would have been better off drinking beer. So I did that, and then I was like, "All right, guys, let's go back to the hotel. Let's shower and pack and get ready for our flight to go back to the States." Because I was pretty much ready to go. Everybody else at that point was ready to go as well. And I was just thinking at that time, I'm going to have to come back. Because at that time, being there 3 days, I lost my wallet on night one. Haven't really had any good food. Haven't had any good drinks. The nightlife, it looked good, but we really weren't able to stay out too late and enjoy it. So let's be honest, my experience out there was good, but it could have been a lot better if I knew some places to go and I knew where to get good food and good drinks. But for me, being my first time and being a tourist, I was kind of just walking around, walking in random restaurants and bars, and it seemed like they kind of just gave me food that I really wasn't even eating and drinks that I wasn't enjoying. But since it was alcohol and I paid for it, obviously I was going to drink it because I wanted to get drunk on vacation. But I think that out of a 10, I would probably give it a 6.5. And I don't think that that's a fair grade for Colombia, because I think that from all the people that I talked to personally, they gave me way better reviews of Medellin, so I think that I'm going to have to give it a second try. And maybe with a second try around, I'll be able to give it an 8 or a 9. So hopefully the next time around, I'll enjoy it a lot more. But those were a rough 2 or 3 days. I'm not going to lie to y'all. And in the next video, I'm going to tell you about a crazy trip that I had on the other side of the world. So stay tuned, and I'll see y'all in the next one.